Okay, on this video we are going to be analysing a race. So we will go on the main menu and click on race analysis, and then we will click on set up race for analysis. On the first page you'll see it's asking for information on the master timer. So you've got the set date and then the date that the master timer was checked, and then you've got the time the master timer was set, and the check time the master timer was set, and any variation between those two times, fast or slow, etc. Then click on next, and you have to provide information on the owner's clocks, which was the set date and the check date, what time the owner's clocks were set and what time they were checked, and we'll click next, and information now on the liberation point. If you remember, we processed the race for Swindon, so we will put Swindon in, your liberation time and the liberation date, and if it's a multi-day event race, then you'll click that. Obviously Swindon's not a multi-day race, so we'll click on next, and then it just asks you to check the information that you put in. Tells you that it's a same day race. If any of this information here is wrong, then you'll just go back and change it. Otherwise we'll click on continue. Now this fetches us up to the race analysis form where the velocities are calculated. We'll say this is an old bird race, so we'll include it in the old bird's averages, and we'll start putting the members in. So we'll start with Mr. Watts. We'll say that his clock was 1 second slow. As you can see, he's found his miles and yardage for Swindon. He's put the race date in and liberation time, so you just click on new time in, and we will put in the time of his first pigeon. When you press enter, the enter key that is, you'll see that it'll fetch the corrected time up and then work out the time in flight, the amount of seconds in flight and the velocity. So we'll now save that velocity and put a new time in. Press enter again and save his velocity. I'll do 3 for each member. We'll press enter and we'll save that, and we'll move on to the next member, which is Mr. Waters. Now you'll notice that the variation in member's clock has been reset to 0. His mileage will now come up. We'll presume his clock's correct and enter a new time for him. Press enter, and we'll put the time of his second pigeon in, and his third pigeon, and move on to your next member. This is Mr. Beresford. We'll say that he's a second fast. Now we'll save his velocity to his second pigeon. We'll save that. We'll put the new time in for his third pigeon. And save that velocity. Now we next member. We'll say that that member is correct. We'll say that velocity. And we'll put this third digit in and save that velocity. And we'll move on to the last member. We'll say his clock is correct. We'll save that. And that. And a new time for his last pigeon. And save that velocity. If you remember when we were processing the races, we did put every single member, we entered every member in onto the sheet, but all you will see on this sheet are the actual members in the race. So any member that turned up and didn't pay, or that didn't turn up and didn't pay, or did turn up and didn't pay but didn't send, they won't be included in this. Once all your members are in there, you will be able to look at the scoreboard, which gives you your results. Obviously in your club there'd be a lot more than this, so you'll be able to print this out now, and your members can look over this while you carry on completing the race sheet and allocating any pools. So we'll just close that down, and that is analysing a race and calculating velocities. Like I said, in the next video we will be completing the race sheet and allocating pools.